Hey folks, Jesse White here from MinnesotaNorthOutdoors.com, your premier destination for all things outdoors in northern Minnesota. Today we're going to look at putting up a trail cam before the archery and firearms deer seasons, just to kind of get a look at what's wandering around the woods near your deer stand. Now the first thing you're going to want to do when you're thinking about putting up your camera is to find a trail, a well-worn, a well-used deer trail, somewhere preferably near where you're going to hunt. Of course, finding a deer trail is only part of the equation. You want to find a well-used deer trail. You want one with different intersections, Ys in it, Ts in it, deer coming from a lot of different directions, hitting this trail and walking by where you put your camera. That's how you optimize your opportunities. I'm kind of by my stand here, and as you can see, there's a pretty well-worn trail here. This goes straight through the woods. You can see it's used often, at least in the fall here, and mostly through the summer. And I know from experience that this is also a trail that they use during the hunting season. Now, when it comes to picking a tree, you want to pick something that's a good, solid size that's not going to move, because wind can be a problem when you got a trail cam. If your tree is swinging back and forth, the camera's going to be taking pictures all night long. It's going to kill your batteries. You're going to come back a week or two later and you got nothing but empty scenery shots. Nobody wants that. So I like to pick a good solid tree. This one behind me is a good example. You know, it's a good 8-9 inches thick. It's solid. It isn't going anywhere. There's no branches in the way. No swinging from the wind there. And it's a good 10 to 20 yards from the trail. One last thing you're going to want to consider when putting up the camera is sunrise and sunset. A lot of the deer movement is, of course, at those times or at night. But, you know, remember, the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. You really don't want your camera pointing in either of those directions, because you're going to wash out some of your best opportunities for pictures. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video on trail cams. Like I said, it's not rocket science. It's not that difficult, but there are some tips and tricks and things to think about when you're placing your camera. And what I talked about today, I was on private land, so I'm not concerned with theft or things like that. If you're on public land, you might want to take that into consideration, you know, where you put your camera, how you hide it, things like that. For MinnesotaNorthOutdoors.com, I'm Jesse White. See you next time.